and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about a new show that dropped on Hulu on Thursday. It's called The Dropout. It's about the former CEO Elizabeth Holmes, who tried to revolutionize the healthcare industry, and it's called The Dropout because she dropped out of Stanford, and I believe she was 19 at the time. I personally only knew a little bit about Elizabeth Holmes because I had watched a segment on ABC News and another one on 2020 Australia, but I didn't know a lot of details about her story, so I was really excited about the show. In her story, it's still unfolding in real time, so maybe Dropout will have an opportunity to show some elements that the other documentaries didn't. And I've heard there's a documentary on HBO Max called The Inventor about Elizabeth Holmes, so I'm gonna watch after this. I don't want to spoil anything for any of you who don't know anything about Elizabeth Holmes' story, but she does some atrocious things. And what made them worse is because she was playing with healthcare. Besides lying to investors, forging documents, some people that took her tests at home got incorrect results, and that is so dangerous. So this is basically a fake it till you make it story. And spoiler alert, she doesn't make it. This past January, she was convicted of 4 counts of fraud and faces up to 20 years in prison. Amanda Seifried, who is fantastic here. She plays Elizabeth. And even though she got a nomination for an Oscar for Mank, I still think she's such an underrated actress. I think she's so good. And hopefully with the show, people will start, looking at her more seriously. Holmes was so obsessed about making it to the top that any morality she could have had was thrown out of the window. And it's no wonder that people describe her as a sociopath and a narcissist. She believed in her vision so much that you don't know if you should admire that or just think she's crazy. But she was a very smart and savvy businesswoman, and you almost want to root for her, especially because she was a woman in a tech world surrounded by men. And I also think that deep down, she really meant well on what she wanted to accomplish. Like, she had a great idea. Healthcare, it's so expensive and not very accessible in this country. So for you to be able to have your blood tests in the comfort of your own home and get results right away. On the other hand, when someone asked her what she wanted to be or pursued, she quickly said, "I want to be a billionaire." So from the start, was it all about money? And you see throughout the show, a lot of people are telling her, "You're not ready, you're not ready." She even has a professor that tells her, "You need to put in the work," over and over and over. Gratification, it's not instant. But us millennials, we want everything now. We want to beat this now. We want to achieve this now without putting in the work. So Elizabeth has this idea, but she doesn't take the time to execute it properly. Speaking of her professor, who's played by Laurie Metcalf, I thought was really interesting that she was the only one, and as a woman, she was the only one that saw right through Elizabeth. All the men around her fell by her charm, ended up getting conned by her. Before I forget, the soundtrack felt like an homage to the 90s. I felt like I had just put on a mixtape of the 90s hit list, and the first few songs were fun, but at a later point, it just felt forced. So there are 8 episodes, 1 hour each. Right now, there are 3 episodes available, and every Thursday, a new episode will come out on Hulu. I'm not liking this weekly releases, with Pam and Tommy, Dope Sick. I just want to binge. Give me all of it at once. Speaking of Hulu, I don't think Hulu gets enough credit about their content, and just as good as Netflix. I can think of Dope Sick, Pam and Tommy, Only Murders in the Building, Handmaid's Tale, Little Fires Everywhere. All great shows. So Hulu has some really good content. If you don't have Hulu, there's a 30-day free trial that you can check it out and see if there's stuff that you like. By the way, this video, it's not sponsored by Hulu. I would love to hear your thoughts on Elizabeth Holmes. Have you heard of her story? Do you think she really had a great idea there, or you just think she was delusional? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the little bell, the notification button, so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll see you next time.